Last time, on my time at Sandrock.
Yes, let's talk about luck, shall we? You like spilling secrets. Why don't you try your luck as a 2-bit paparazzi for some
Give
treasure?
it up for our next deputy.
I told you, Miguel, the people won't stomach another water tax hike.
Amen.
They're stretched thin as it is. I doubt half these folks could even afford it.
Every penny, Minister. You know this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my time at Sandrock. Unfortunately, I actually played this for 2 hours with my sound messing up, and I had no idea. So the sound's all over the place. Either you can hear me or you can't. So I am going to give you a quick highlight reel, and then we'll jump back into new gameplay. Sorry again, and I'll talk to you soon. Ta-ta!
Good work, Builder.
Now, the first thing we
I knew the
finished
church
was
could rely
getting into
I do
doing the mural
appreciate
for
the
Miguel.
effort. No
We
mistake,
did finish it,
but
and we got it
for our
turned
minister,
in.
we would not have spent our
Unfortunately, I'm
standing
going to let this
resources.
play just so you can hear
But
what he has to say, but
I am
it's
not.
very doom and gloom
We both studied
and
and made it.
sort of
We've known each other for a long time.
like a propensity for the
He's always been
catastrophic.
bright-eyed
He's not
and
the
idealistic.
most positive guy on the
Good in
realm,
it.
but he does have some
Ministry
interesting things to
adores
say.
such as her. I, on the other hand, have held tightly to the texts and studies into the age of corruption. We need to learn well from the demise of the old world. When I was sent to Sandrock, the temple was just another building. The citizens paid no real heed to the teachings and had lost their way. They watched my servants skeptically, unaware they were repeating the sins of their forefathers. Others believe they are devout, but I can see the corruption inside them. They always did everything the way they wanted, not the right way. Do they not see by flaunting the rules left and right, we're blindly stumbling into another Armageddon? I tried to warn them, to open their eyes. The matter of the heart and the soul oft stand opposed. Those with the best intentions can inflict the most damage. Let us place this work upon the temple walls. A spectacular piece of art. If only its purpose were not so incompatible with my beliefs. To cover up the day of calamity. Are we to forget our history? Sandrock has its problems, but is not the most core of our beliefs to never forget the day of calamity? Nevertheless, these decisions are not mine to make anymore. I was here for a short while before Mady sent Matilda. As soon as she arrived, we received word that I presume her interpretation of the Light Scripture was more fitting for the people of this town. I'm not one to question the church's orders, so as to the citizens here, I worry the minister is too lenient with the citizens of this town. She seems to believe the people here want to follow the light, but only a select few profess and show their belief in an appropriately fundamental manner. Anyway, thank you, Builder. I appreciate your dedication. Every act you perform for our city helps to spread telesis in these lands.
We then made a quick run to go to the fireside meeting
how
where
you
we
working?
ran into
Goodness.
RVO,
I
and
want
RVO
whatever it
had
is you're
a
putting in
very
your
specific
coffee.
request for us.
You're
He
just
would
like my
like us
sister.
to
Always putting in
help
hours like
throw
a
a
guitar
picnic
and
for his
banjo.
sister who is
Speaking
being
of my dear
overworked.
sister,
So
I
we
was
jumped right
planning
on
on
that
taking
and
her
we
out
built
on
our
a
picnic
picnic soon
basket,
to help her
and
relax
then
a
we
bit.
moved on.
As I said, she's really been burning the candle at both ends lately. Great! It's like we say in Bonnerock. A bicycle can always use a third wheel. Now, before we arrange a time, certain preparations must first be made. My sister is quite easily annoyed. Trust me. Which, for a proper picnic, of course, a basket of the picnic variety must be provided. Furthermore, said picnic basket must have picnic refreshments within. However, for now, I have none of these. Wonderful! I'd imagine with those amazing crafting skills of yours. Meanwhile, I can head over to the Blue Moon and get us a good deal on the delectables. Owen owes me a couple of favors. Here you are. One recipe for a picnic basket. See? I did think this through somewhat. Once you're done, let's just go meet at the ceramic gate and pick Amira up. Oh, and let's try to get out in the next couple of days. I'm worried the Samswords might be picking up again. See you soon.
And so I figured, oh, why not? We can build a picnic basket pretty quickly. So I ran around town a little bit, said hello to some people, and then, well, especially Captain. Let's be real, because Captain's the best. Anyway, I ran around town, said hi to some people, and then I took off as fast as I could back to my workshop where we could get our picnic basket done. Luckily, I already had everything I needed for my picnic basket, so we could just put it together and then head back to RVO. Luckily, RVO was pretty easy to find. I was a little bit worried because it was so late at night. I didn't think we could trigger the event, but it worked, so.
Amira, my dear, dear sister. Come now, you said...
I know what I said, RVO. This order has an exorbitant fee attached to it, and must be completed immediately. I'm surprised I have to explain there are things more important than picnicking.
You've been working past sundown like this for days now. When does it end? Look who's here! We prepared everything for this picnic together. Come out and take a break. You'll thank yourself. And me later.
Good. You prepared it together. You can go together. You won't be needing me. Now, if you please, I must return to my work.
Won't be We did this for you, not for ourselves. I invited the builder because I knew they'd make this event that much more special. I know you're older than me, but I'm your brother. It can't always be you taking care of me, you know?
I'm aware, RVO. It is not my intention to question that. I'm sure you'll get a chance to take care of me. Soon. Just not today. So, if you please...
Tell us about the order. What more do you have to do?
It's for Pablo's friend in Atara. He's working on a display for a flower festival, and wants his booth to stand out. The main pieces are finished. Now I just have about 10 or so more standard urns for the more common plants.
10 standard urns? They want to custom make and ship standard urns all the way to Atara?
My craftsmanship is esteemed.
My sister, know that my love for you is great and my respect for your talents is never ending. But an urn is an urn. This is a matter of quantity over quality. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
You really mustn't bother yourselves with this.
I'm afraid we really must. It's as they say back home. 3 heads are more than none. If you and I help out, we can finish this task in no time. And our lovely Rose here won't be forced to wither away. And instead, join us in the coruscating sunshine. What do you say? Alright, our hands are your hands, Anne. So come on, let us help.
It seems there's no stopping you two. All right. I believe it is as you say. With more hands, I can get ahead on this order. And as such, I might be willing to take the day off tomorrow.
Woohoo!
However, you must follow my instructions carefully. Simple or not, everything that comes from my shop has my name on it. Despite your good intentions, I won't have my reputation dragged through the mud. Understood?
Dear sister, the only thing getting dragged through the mud today is clay! Ah, that makes how many? 10? 12? Ow, I'm really sore up here.
We should let them dry for now. I must say, I'm impressed. You took to the wheel like an old hand.
Hey, don't forget about me. My hand is old too.
Of course. Thank you too, RVO. This was your idea in the first place, wasn't it? Now, I suppose I must be true to my word.
Aha!
And ask of you, is everything set for the picnic tomorrow?
Of course, of course. Would you look at this fabulous basket the builder brought? I've made the order at the Blue Moon. I'll just pick everything up on my way over tomorrow morning. Shall we say, around 9 a.m.?
That sounds delightful. I look forward to seeing you too.
Don't be late. See you.
After helping out Arvio and Amira, I realized there was an area that I hadn't been back to because I didn't have my dust fan, I don't know what to call it. Anyway, I ran back there to go ahead and retrieve the treasure. Unfortunately, I got way too greedy and I ended up passing out at 3 a.m. in the mine, so. The next morning, it was time for our picnic with Arvio and Amira bright and early, so we ran off and we jumped into that for a lovely breakfast. We also saw an unexpected opportunity to start a romance with Arvio, which I did not intend on pursuing to begin with, but it seemed like a cute cutscene, so we went ahead and followed through and grabbed his hand.
Hey, I thought the whole point of dragging you out here was getting you to relax, so relax.
A book and quiet. I am relaxing. Or, at least I was.
Don't be like that. You're going to wreck your posture. Half the time hunched over a book, the other half a pottery wheel. Before you know it, you're gonna look like you're pushing 90. This, of course, is the only way to properly relax with a book. The sun, it burns. I'm melting. Save me. So now that you're out, you're having fun, aren't you? You know it's not easy convincing you, don't you?
Indeed.
You see, this is what you get when you win an argument with my sister. Hours of back-breaking labor, followed by terse acknowledgement at best. Which is all completely worthwhile. In any case, I think this all proves that I ought to be listened to once in a while.
To constructive advice, brother. Of course. I'm all ears. But do remember that we didn't leave the harshness of Sandrock just to lie around here with books on our faces.
I pray that you stink no more of that place. My heart can hardly handle its very mention. Have you ever been to Sandrock? There is an old Sandrock saying, when it rains, it pours. Not in Sandrock, because it never rains nor pours. But, nah, well, it's okay for us to say it. I wouldn't go starting that one off as a foreigner. Our home is on a plateau. It gets hot during the summer and very cold during the winter. With little else to make up for it. No resources, no farmland, no opportunities. I guess the cantaloupes aren't half bad. I had to work in a crawlery all day, and I didn't have a cool boss like Rocky. One can only bear so much humiliation for daily bread. Finally, I just quit. And shortly after, Amira and I made the journey here to Sandrock. This place has its faults, but one mustn't forget to see the trees with the forest. I might not be so impartial, but I've never enjoyed such freedom as being my own boss here in Sandrock. And it's all because you brought me here and helped me get started, Am. I won't forget your kindness.
We're family. Besides, you have also been a great help to me. The true kindness is that of our parents. They gave up everything to send us here.
Don't you worry. Pretty soon my shop is going to be raking it in. I'll take care of Ma and Pa. You just enjoy life.
Confidence is one thing, brother. But perhaps you should wait to boast till after you've a little more to show for yourself.
Wow, I've never had anyone rooting for me before. Hold on, what's this pressure I'm feeling? I'll work twice as hard to live up to your expectations.
Indeed. Follow through on such words. Do not take other supports for granted. Don't get cocky, RVO. Need I remind you of the cash crunch incident involving your supplier not long ago?
Oh, come on, Am. That's so last year. Let's live in the present. Have you tasted the food? That Owen, what a genius! You need to get the recipe.
Oh, brother.
What?
After a truly delightful breakfast, we were running back to camp and unfortunately ran into Penn. And if you are a Penn girly, I'm so sorry I can't get into it, but he had a very interesting request for us.
I loved you once. Ugh.
Oh, well, if it isn't my good-ish friend Skinny Arms, skulking outside my chamber door on the off chance you might bask in my stout-hearted, rock-ribbed emanations, no doubt. Well, today is your lucky day. Just me, myself, and I, Skinny. What's with the third degree? Ah, Skinny. I can't hide it any longer. As the Sandrocker I respect the most, and whose demeanor is also the most pen-like in disposition, perhaps it would ease my heart to confess to you. You see, I was action rolling over to my mirror after finishing my new 10,000 squat routine to check my post-workout pump, when I discovered, to a mix of glee and horror, my muscles are now too burgeoning to be contained by the surface area of my mirror. And in my moment of despair and anger, I killed it. My mirror. I broke my mirror, Skinny. I smashed it to 1,000 pieces. You must understand, these muscles, this perfectly crafted form, they do not come cheap or easy. No, they need constant care and attention. People have labeled my physique quantum musculature, as only through observation does it take a defined shape. But I digress. The undeniable truth is, my gains have been exceptional lately. Look at my pecs. No, I mean really look at them. Outstanding. I mean, it's amazing they fit anywhere. So, without a full and complete view of my body, I cannot truly know whether or not I've maintained my expected level of perfection. I need vision. I need a true view of my developments. Why, that would be precisely what I need. Ah, Skinny, you read me like an open book. You, well, liked something cooler than a fluttery old book. But yes, you're exactly right. A larger mirror. Oh, but why stop there? Not just larger, better, faster, stronger. The most advanced mirror known to man. Yes. But a pinnacle of scientific achievement such as this, you'd only be able to build something so advanced with the assistance of the research guy. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. All right, Skinny, here's the plan. You run over to the research guy's house and order up an extra jumbo high-tech mirror. Meanwhile, I'll sit around and wait for you to build it. Can you handle this for your protector? The ever-reliable Skinny Arms. I knew you wouldn't let me down. Off to the research building then, chop chop. My muscles aren't going to gawk at themselves, you know.
So naturally our next step was to track down Chi, who, wasn't really excited to receive a request to help Penn, I must say, and has some interesting words
Make
for
any
him.
novel scientific discoveries today? The homunculus man has once again requested the design for an item far beneath the technological requisition standard of... The last time he asked, I meticulously surveyed the exterior of my building to see if perhaps someone had mistakenly put up a sign reading furniture store. As I had originally hypothesized, no such sign existed. The only logical conclusion I've been able to draw based on the available data is that Mr. Penn believes us to be his personal furniture acquisition assistants. Which is particularly perplexing when taken into consideration that there is in fact already in this town a carpenter, albeit Yes, I believe I know a way, with your help, to indeed assure ourselves that we will be making no more mirrors. Expect a diagram in your mailbox within a day or so. Thank you for this discussion. It has been most enlightening. Good luck.
By some amazing stroke of luck, we already had everything that we needed for Penn's mirror, so we ran back to our home, or our workshop I should say, slapped all of that together, and
glorious.
Threw it out for him.
Precision.
He showed up,
craftsmanship,
and it's a very interesting mirror. I think I'm starting to see why she said don't look at it for too long.
You can't possibly know what it's like to have something you've worked so hard to create finally be right in front of you. Something made by your own blood, sweat, and tears to be a creator. Leave me, Skinny. I need some time to bask in my glory. You'll get your check in the mail. Majestic creature.
After giving Penn his thing, we went to sleep and we walked out to find Burgess waiting on us along with Arvio. Anyway, we talked to Burgess and we find out that somehow Penn is trapped in the dormitory and we must go rescue him.
Oh, the humanity! The bombacity! Oh, I told him not. It's Penn! He's trapped! Just come quickly! Trouble down by the light shack! I mean, in the dormitory! He's stuck in the dormitory! Oh, thank the light!
I thought, sure, why not? I can go help him out. But first I thought, I have some chores I need to do. So I ran around for a little bit, finished up some chores that had to be done, some missions, and then I took off into town to go find Penn. Along the way, I ran into Heidi, and I also ran into Justice. Heidi, I turned in the tresses that we finally finished after a very long time, and then I also spoke to Justice, who wanted to give me training on how to use my pistol. However, I am regrettably a person of honor, and I immediately went to help Penn since he seemed to be trapped in his house for quite some time. Do I regret it? Maybe. Could it have been worse? Sure.
Hear my voice!
Told you 20 times I can hear you. Now release me. Stuck. Skinny.
I'm not sure we're getting through to him.
Stuck. So captivating. Could grate cheese on those abs.
He told me not to get anyone's help, but he's been like this for days. We'll save you!
Destroy the mirror. Too powerful.
You built this thing, right? Quickly! You have to turn it off or something. He hasn't eaten in days. Even my secret recipe mush with 11 invisible herbs and spices couldn't snap him out of it.
No, not turn it off. Skinny, destroy it.
Well, I guess violence is never the answer. Except when it is.
Beast. For your bravery today, Skinny Arms, I hereby award you the title of Assistant Protector in Training. Intended for recreational use only. It bears no legally binding authority.
I'm glad you're okay, but Penn, you need to be more careful. As I recall, I did tell you using electric light bulbs, aka artificial light, was one step too close to corrupted old world technology, didn't I?
Yes. I believe someone is owed an apology here.
Ah, well, you don't have to.
But I insist. Yes, perhaps Burgess if you had simply trusted my judgment and destroyed the mirror like I asked, instead of bothering our friend Skinny, who's always got something on their plate. And it could have been avoided if you had been able, when the chips were down, to just show a little hint of humility.
But
Shh. Stay humble.
I'm sorry. I'll be more humble next time. Yippee! Thanks!
Skinny, that was supposed to be an alley-oop. You're supposed to get him to do stuff for you before you forgive him. Well, maybe I could have been more clear. That's on me. In any case, I thank you, Skinny. You have done this world a great service.
With Pen's plight out of the way, I took off like a bat out of hell to go see my boy Justice because,
Good to see you,
I
Bob.
mean, of course I want to do
let's get
this.
started.
Who doesn't want to have a little
Take your position.
gun handling date
We
with
got a free
Justice?
lane over there. Get over there and show me your best stance. All right, that ain't bad. You want to keep your stance strong and secure. Remember, when you shoot, you're going to have crazy recoil. Good shooting's about control. Now, watch me shoot. Tell me what you notice. So, what do you think? That's right. My stance gives me complete control. I'm stable enough to reduce the recoil, and my aim is solid. A strong stance is really the first important step. If you aren't in control, your aim is going to be all over the place. If you aren't holding strong, then that recoil is going to be kicking you onto your backside real quick. You know, you should have seen my old boss shoot. Guy can shoot the goggles off a giggle and not even draw blood. Heck, I've seen folks just throw down their weapons after a look from the guy. Anyway, next up is grip. Grip is just as important as your stance, all right? With the weak grip, that gun of yours will kick right out of your hands when you shoot. During Unsure's training, gun shot out of his hand and knocked out a couple of teeth. Had to get them replaced. Don't remember which ones, though. You want to cover all the gaps on the grip with your hands. Get your main hand holding the gun, thumb pointing forward. Get it right up there. Don't hold too low now. Next up, wrap your other hand around, making sure you're supporting it. Also means you got the freedom to react if necessary. Here, let me show you. Just like that. That's it. You got it. Just hold your hands like that. Yeah. Once you got your stance and grip down, well, that's the basics. There's much more to shooting than this, mind, but that'll come with practice. All right, let's have a little competition, eh? Tell you what, how about we make it interesting? If I win, we hit the blue moon, and you're buying. If you win, well, I reckon that ain't gonna happen, so you choose. Oh, shucks. I mean, it ain't really that kind of bet, but let's just hang out and see. Let's shoot some targets. All right, 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Let's see how you do. 15 seconds. You're tired, partner.
But then in a tragic turn of events, I forgot how to aim my gun and had to look it up, so I did absolutely horribly on this mini thing. But the good thing is, I get a date regardless of if I lose or not, so my flirting was actually a success, if you want to put it that way. So after horribly failing this because I ran out of ammo, Justin stepped in. Thank you.
Ain't a problem, partner. Just keep it up. We used to have competitions like this back when I was just a regular Civil Corps officer. Whoever won used to have to buy the rounds at the Blue Moon. Then when B3 left, I was really the only one left to become sheriff. I never thought I was ready. Big boots and all. But you do what you got, right? Thanks. But you ain't got to flatter me, partner. I do what I can for this town. It means everything to me. Every day I'm trying to be half the man he was. Well, I mean, with his missing eye, leg, and arm, I guess all I have to be is just a quarter of a man? Dang, and I can't even get that. Unsure came shortly after that. Never met the old man, but he fit into the Civil Corps well enough. And we were lacking for members at the time. Main thing B3 taught me about guns, though, safety. Last lesson, and by far most important. Number 1, trigger discipline. Keep that finger off the trigger unless you're aiming to shoot. Don't want you taking a trip to fame because you shot your own foot off by being careless, let alone what you can do to others. Number 2, never, I repeat, never aim your gun at something you ain't fixing to take down. These things ain't toys, partner. That's an order straight from Civil Corps. I ain't messing around. You hear me? That about wraps it up for today. You did real good. So, how about my offer? Wanna hit the town for a while? After you, partner.
Faced with the opportunity to have a date, of course I accidentally challenged him to a duel, so we jumped into that. He had a giant hammer, which shocked me because I thought he was actually going to whip out his pistol. But anyway, I absolutely destroyed him at it. Was that the best first date for us? Probably not, but I took him out for a nice time afterwards. Don't worry. Unable to contain myself in my competitive streak, I, of course, immediately took him to the arcade because I thought, hey, what's more fun than beating up some rats together? I won, again, of course, because, you know, why not? And I thought, maybe we can do an arcade too. So we played a couple of arcade games. I'm actually awful at this game, so he won. And then we went for a lovely dinner, because what a nice way to wrap up a date. I don't know if I'll be pursuing justice in the future, but I will do as many events with him as I can. So if you want to see more justice, let me know. And then to wrap up this very long day that was much longer for me than it was for you because my audio messed up, I decided to sit and just enjoy my time in the sunset with the lovely Justice. So this wraps up our recap. Hopefully next time our audio works well and we don't have to have a quick go at it like this. But until next time, stay cozy, stay sweet, and thank you all for sticking with me, even in these short episodes like this. Anyway, ta-ta for now!